All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 954 on this beautiful Thursday evening. It is Thursday. What do you say about Thursdays? Well, it's time to be serious. It's the Serious Six. We got 6 questions, 6 exams. We got 6 answers. It's all going to be about techniques. It's going to be about content. We're just going to show you how Brandy works through those questions. But we're going to have a great night tonight. My name is Andy, by the way. I'm the guy that runs the back office over at KonaButterflyz. I make pretty pictures and post things. But you're not here for that. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice. And that's what we want to focus on, getting pass notices. That's what I'm talking about. So last night, what do I want to say? It was, I brought the fire. I try to put a fire under you. Now I want to say this. Look, there's a lot of you that are going through stuff. And that by when I say, and I want to say this, because I know some people, may have, I don't know if they got offended, but they were like, maybe Andy, you lit a little too much fire. You know what I mean? I will say this. Look, guys, I'm speaking from experience. You have to be consistent and you have to be committed to this stuff. And you can't bring yourself to like say every time is like you have to knock off the excuses. You really do. You have to stop doing what I said last night, right? You have to be committed to it.
Well, you have to know when it's an excuse and when it's real.
And it's difficult. And I know that some people, the whole thing about it is it's dang near frightening. And it's fear, you have a lot of fear. More than what I see that of most adults and most people studying for this stuff is fear. And some of you might be like, that's crazy. It's just an exam. Why are they so afraid? There's many reasons why people have a fear of these exams, and it has nothing to do with the exam. It has to do everything with their past experience with exams and their past education, their past on how they learn, and their past period. It has nothing to do with their present. And I want to say this. They know what they say about bravery. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It's actually the opposite. It's facing the fear and what you do with the fear. Every sane person has fear. If someone says they're not afraid of anything, one, they're either lying, or two, they're lying, because everybody's afraid of something. There's always fear, period. And look, I'm just going to say this, and we sometimes as we get older, and some of y'all are parents and some of y'all are grandparents, some of y'all, might be just exiting the childhood realm of your life and you're entering the adulthood. It doesn't matter, but I will say this. No matter what you're going through right now, no matter what you've lost, believe me, while Brandy was getting this, she lost family members. And I won't get into it, and I don't get into it, not because, one of the things is because we got to get through this, and Brandy's makeup's got to hold up. You know what I mean? she don't want to cry. You know what I mean? But the other thing is, it's not my story to tell. But I had lost a son during us being on here, and some of you know that I lost my son at 21 years old, and he had mental illness, and I went through a lot. And look, guys, we all go through stuff, but as we get older, I think once in a while we need to hear this once in a while. It's going to be okay. Whatever we're going through, whatever storm, it'll pass and everything will be okay. You got to have faith and it's going to be okay. And when I say the only things you really can control is your attitude and your actions, I really do mean that. And I don't mean you don't got to be like some sort of psychopath with non-feelings and like you're like a robot. That's insanity. Trust me. I had to grieve. Brandy had to grieve. There's a season for it. And I still do. It's not like I did it in the past and I don't anymore. But you know what? You have to learn to control it. And there's going to be some parts of your life and sometimes that just things are so out of control. You got to just drag yourself to the side a little bit and you got to just say, you know what? Everything's going to be okay. you got to have that parental head, that parental voice in your head. All of us had some pretty good parents, or maybe some of us didn't. Or you got to be the good parent now, right? And what would you tell your kids? It's going to be okay. We're going through something temporarily that's not good, but everything's going to be all right. And even though you guys might be going through stuff and you might be getting these exams because you need to up your game, because you're going through stuff that needs to happen to help you get to that point, and everything seems like the whole world's on fire around you, and sometimes it's really difficult to focus, you got to find that center of calm in the middle of that storm, and you got to say, it's going to be all right, because it's going to be all right. No amount of worry and being afraid of things is going to help you. You got to find that center of calm, whether it's through your faith, whether it's through meditation, whatever it is, you got to find that center, and you got to live there until the storm passes enough for you to concentrate and focus on what's real. The people around you, the blessings that you've been given, your family, your home, your shelter, the fact you're on the internet right now. Count your blessings. Count the things that you have. Stop counting the things you don't have. Stop counting the things that aren't working for you. Stop counting all the people that are against you. Stop counting all the negativity. Start counting and keeping receipts of all the things that are positive. There's a lot of people, and there's a lot of talk about keeping receipts on people who do you wrong and people who talk against you and all the things that are wrong in your life. I say the opposite. You want to live in a positive ledger on that book, you need to stay in the positive side of it. Keep receipts of the people who help you. Stick with that. Keep that energy. Keep that positivity. Keep that vibe. Be in that center of calm, and just tell yourself and remind yourself, you know what? Everything is going to be all right. And as you go through the studying this weekend, things might come up. Challenges are going to come your way. Things are going to come your way. Storms are going to happen. Money could be possibly lost, possibly won. Things could be possibly great, or could possibly be bad. You got to look at all sides of it, but the most important thing is you keep on the positive side of the ledger. Keep looking at the positive things. And when you're sitting around your house, instead of being depressed, instead of being sad, instead of being, you know what, I can't believe this is happening, and that anger. I mean, that's why social media, I think, is the worst, man. It just puts people in just the most negative energy, right? If you go on there, you think the world is ending tomorrow and we're headed for a civil war, to be honest. How can you live in that way of positivity if you give into that? How can you function? It's dang near difficult, right? So I don't look at it. Look at the things, get off those things, get onto the things that could really help you out. And I know that it's like, it might be a little bit of self-promotion here, but study. Guys, it's a positive thing that you could do. Studying is a positive thing. Go outside and walk. Get some fresh air. If you don't have fresh air, find something to do in your house to get that energy out. Exercise, do yoga in your house. I don't know, do deep stretching if you're against yoga. I don't know, whatever it is. Break out one of those YouTube videos that are free on how to do some home exercise. Whatever it is, in any ability, there's something for you to do to get yourself and your blood pumping to make you feel a little bit better. Eat better. Don't drink alcohol. I know I sound like a bummer right now, but you know what? All those things feed into that negative feeling inside our body. They're not good for you. And some of you are like, well, I hate water. Start to love water. Start to love the things that are good for you, even if you don't like it. There's a reason why these things are made to where you love them so much but guess what happens? They just wreck your body. They wreck you. All the things we like to do usually aren't good for us. So you got to retrain your body in what you actually like, and you got to rewire your brain. And it takes some time and it takes some structure, but you know what? You can do it. And when you do, that gives you a leg up over everybody else who is normal and feeding on the things that are negative, feeding on the things that are bad for you. And guess what? You're winning. You're already winning. And you haven't even talked about studying. These are the things you can do that are free, easy, and guess what? They give you an advantage over everyone else and everything that you do. So do that. Lean into the things that are positive. Lean into the things that feed you nutritiously, whether it's your mind, your body, anything. And do that. Keep receipts on the good, forget the bad. So as we head into it and you're looking for something to do and you need something to study and you're like, you know what? I like that energy, Andy. Guess what? We got all kinds of stuff we can get caught up on this weekend. We had the academy all week long. It's a great time to sign up. Get into the academy because you know what? You can follow that all week long. And if you're like, well, I already missed like a whole week, we have an email going out to all our members where you can easily catch up in probably about 3-4 hours. Maybe a little more than that, but that who cares? You got till Tuesday to get caught up on content. Go through the stuff, get caught up, get on track. People are always looking for stuff to binge some study material, and just keep it rolling through your head. Learn something, do some quizzes. You can join in on the community. They were meeting up just right before we got on here. There was a whole study group going on right before we got on here. I saw Tim and Eric, and I think there was a few other people on working quizzes, doing that. Guys, get on there and just join in. The Olympics, they're running all the time. You can watch replays anytime. Get on, study, take a break, go watch to see who wins the basketball game on Sunday. I don't know, but I will say this: got study guides available, got the SIE, got the 6, got the 63. Check out all the things that Kona has. Scan the QR code. Brandy's put links in the chat. We got Instagram, we got Telegram. We got 951-290-3077. Go ahead and give me a text or a voicemail, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, tomorrow we've got the Kona Academy happening 9:30 a.m. Check your local listings there. 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 a.m. Mountain, 11:30 Central, 12:30 East, and then we have exam mastery right after that. We got some test prep, some actual test prep for all exams. Doesn't matter what exam you're taking. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. in the East. Join in on that. The email already went out with the Zoom access. Join in, get there. We do not record the academy, but we do record the test prep right after that. That will be out. And if you miss an academy that day, guess what? There's an email that goes out that gets you caught up, and then you're on the track again. So no worries. Plus, you got homework. All right, let's get into it, Brandy. If you're not following us on Instagram, I wish you would. I tell you what, when they give me a picture and they let me know, guess what, Brandy?
What's up?
We add another one to the Kona Hall of Fame because we got to pass up. Yes, we do. We got to pass up. Congratulations to Jason Guzman from California. Passed his Series 63 today. He is now fully licensed, and he is now able to be writing up that securities business. We are so honored and proud to help you get this thing done. This guy, he studied on his own, but he loves testing techniques, Brandy. Right on. In fact, you know what he said? He said, "Thank you for all that you do. Brandy's test-taking techniques are clutch AF." Right on. We know what AF means. And definitely needed. He said, on to the 26. That's right. On to the 26. Look, guys, I say it all the time. He passed the SIE. He passed the 6. Now he passed the 63 with us. He's on to the 26. It is not just about content dropping. It's about a system that teaches you how to do it. He learned those techniques. It helped him out. And like I said, especially on the Series 63, you got more questions than time. Lean into the techniques. Stop reading, overthinking. That's what he did wrong on the first attempt he had. This is a second attempt. Knocked it out. Done. 63, fully licensed. And this young man is on the way to get his 26. Dang, already on it. So awesome. principle in the making. So congratulations on getting that done. All right, everybody. You ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
Hey, welcome to all the people that are brand new. I just saw that Tina who's joining us tonight.
Mhm.
And I'll say thank you for joining us. She said, thank you for letting us in. Hey, bring a friend. Thank you for joining. We love having you. All right, and welcome to everyone, not just Tina. You ready to do this? All right, tonight we are going to go through 6 different exam questions. Look, it might not be your first. It might not be your, you know, this might not, like, one of the questions up there might not be from your first exam, the SIE or whatever you're taking first, right? You might be like, you know, oh man, like I haven't even studied. I don't even know what's going on. Or maybe I have studied. These guys are different. These guys are weird. I know, it's cool. But listen, we're going to put up some questions on here. And if you're studying the SIE, every dang question that we put up on here, it doesn't matter what exam it's from, it's on your exam. Just want to let you know, the SIE is a lot of exams pushed into one. So it doesn't matter. But I also want to let you know that it doesn't matter what any QBank says, because you don't master QBanks, you master keywords and techniques and what we're going to show you tonight and a little bit of content. Keep it simple like Brandy does. Take notes on that as she goes through these questions. We learned on how to do keywords on Monday. We taught some techniques on Tuesday. Wednesday, we had an episode on content. Tonight, we're going to tie it all together. We're going to go through these questions. Watch how Brandy approaches these questions, going answers first. We read answers first because it helps us read the question with intent. Guys, by the way, this is Exam Mastery 101, because guys, we want you to get through these exams and master how to do it, because it's not about the content and mastering the content, because if you can't apply knowledge, then it's just knowledge and it's not helping you just get an exam pass notice, right? You got to learn how to pass these exams. So let's go at it, Brandy.
All right. So I have socialism, monetarist theory, Keynesian theory, and balance of payments. This question looks very similar to the one we had on Monday.
I was just going to say, didn't we have this on Monday?
I mean, yeah.
Come on, did you recycle a question, Brandy?
Never. Actually, no. No. And Eric put in the chat, and he's absolutely right. What are we talking? Why would we mention socialism? Because we're not economists. We're not government. There's no need for socialism to be part of our answers. So I'm going to get out of here. Right. And then if you guys were on Monday, we said the monetarist theory has to do with money supply. Right. That's using a quiz question for knowledge.
Right.
Okay. So monetarist, money supply. Keynesian, I don't know. Hold on to that, what you put in the chat. Okay. Because we're going to come back to that. And then balance of payments, we know that that's 2 things, and it has something to do with cash, right? Because balance of payments. Okay. Now somebody else put in the chat that there's 2 theories. Theory and theory.
Right.
Chances are it's probably going to be one of those answers.
Right.
Okay. All right. So you guys see that. Probably not socialism, because we're not government, we're not politicians, we're not anything like that. 2 theories. One has to do with money. We learned that on Monday. Balance of payments, 2 things, cash. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. Question says, match the following statement to the best term. I swear we had this question on Monday.
I swear.
No. Government intervention.
It was a different answer. Yes.
It is. It's a different question.
Yes.
Government intervention in the economy is a significant force in creating prosperity by engaging in activities that affect aggregate demand. Guys, does that have anything to do with money?
No.
Does it have anything to do with socialism?
No.
Does it have anything to do with 2 things in cash?
No. I didn't hear.
The answer is C. Now, Eric put it in the chat, keys to the government. That's how I teach it. Keynesian theory is that the key is the government has the responsibility.
And if you want to learn stuff like that, that's simple and easy to learn, go ahead and scan the QR code, hit the links, and join up with Kona, because that's how we teach it in the Kona Academy. Yep.
This particular theory says government is the key. Boom. Government intervention is a significant force. Same thing.
And if you read it anywhere else, it's like 3 pages just to teach you that it's the keys to government. You don't remember any of it except for that.
No.
So, and that's all you need to know anyway.
All right. Nobody asks you, do you subscribe to the monetarist theory or the Keynesian theory or the supply side theory? Okay. 6 years, 4 years, 2 years, 3 years. Guys, look it. This is on every single exam. every single exam. Okay. So you guys ready? This is how I'm going to remember this. Okay. Now I always teach life 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's how we teach it. Life, which is spam, because spam is lifetime, but that's not on our list, right? 6 years, we got OG entry, including blotters.
Here goes the content part
This
of
is
the
a
night.
little bit of content because that's what we do on Thursdays. Ledgers, account records. There's no 5 years, right? Do you guys see 5 years?
Nope.
No. 4 years is complaints. 3 years is most. 2 years is accessible. Oh my gosh, that's so. That really? That's all I have to remember.
And if you'd like a nice table and chart, we have an actual timeline table and chart that you can download on Patreon for our membership, and you can find that over there.
Did I spell accessible right?
Nah, who cares?
Okay.
It's not a spelling test tonight.
All right. Records of original entry. Guys, what's our answer? That's it.
Keywords.
Guys, and because this is on every exam, I made it a point to remember it because I went like this. I remember I studied my 6 and I had to like focus, right?
Yeah.
On my 63, I was like, this again? On my 26, I was like, are you for real right now? The same thing. 65, 7, same thing.
I was gonna say there's 4 flashcards you can make right there off of that.
Yes.
Write 6 years on one side, and you write all of the other ones on all the other stuff that you connected with it on the other side of it, and know it. Know it like you know your ABC song before they change it.
Records.
Did you know they changed that alphabet song? We talked about it the other night. So stupid. Sorry.
Fannie Mae. Bunch of letters. Oh, somebody said, what did I write next to it? OG entry. Original entry.
Original.
I got no time.
Brandy's a gangster.
Got no time. Fannie Mae. FNMA.
Yes.
A bunch of letters. I know what they are, but we'll go back to that. Jenny Mae, which looks like grandma.
Yeah.
In all of these.
Right.
Now, the only thing I could say of all of these is that they're mortgage related.
Oh, okay. Not farmers.
No. Fannie Mae. You guys, B is Freddie Mac. How you get Freddie out of F, H, and L?
I think it's the MC part at the end.
Yeah. It should be like, I don't know. So they're all mortgage, right?
Yeah.
But again, full Mac. See? Okay. But again, if you're with Kona, you know that GNMA looks like grandma.
Right. And it's government.
You always have grandma's back.
Always backed.
And then, always.
That's all I know.
Have grandma's back, right?
Randy told me this.
Guys, I've known this for 9 years. This is literally how I remembered this 9 years ago.
Getting free always content, free ways to remember this stuff.
I should probably do this.
You don't know, now you know.
Somebody's going, how is GNMA grandma? Okay. And also, do you guys know every time you go to grandma's house, right? Every time you go to grandma's house, you always leave with something.
Werther's
Here's
original.
Some cookies. Here's some candy. Here's a quarter.
Why is it always? Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying. Here's some popcorn.
Well, technically, Brandy, we're grandparent age.
Well, I know, and we can't get away with just giving our grandkids a quarter.
We don't have grandkids either, so.
But you all see what I'm saying, right? So every time we go to grandma's house, we get something. These pay monthly. Do you guys see how I just related life to getting paid monthly? Insane. Okay. Anyways, and the other two, I don't know. Right? We don't use it very often. Okay. All the following government-sponsored entities. By the way, SIEers, this is called government agency or agency-like. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you're studying for your SIE or for your 6, you refer to these letters as government, agency, or agency-like. When you get over to your 65 and 66, they call them what they actually are called, government-sponsored entities, GSEs. So just letting you guys know. Same thing, different type. Okay. Anyways, of all the following government-sponsored entities, which is backed by the full faith and credit.
Say less, it's C.
Full faith.
Say less.
Credit. We got grandma. Full faith and credit.
I don't know about all of you, but I didn't even read the question. All I saw was full faith credit of the U.S. government, and I already went C.
But Brandy, in 2008, the government bailed out Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Thinking too much. Shut that part of your brain off.
They don't have to, but they did.
Right.
Okay?
But shut that part of your brain off.
All right. Member firm.
Right.
The depository trust company.
Joanna was right. That was not the question.
No. The registered person. Or FINRA. Now I could make some assumptions here. D is the only one that doesn't have the,
Yeah.
right? It's the only one that doesn't have the.
It's a regulatory.
Yeah. Depository trust company. That's a DTC. Has something to do with deposits.
Banks.
Money.
I don't know why I relate deposit to bank,
Yeah,
but
I
I mean,
can
I
see
could
that.
be wrong.
Or just money in general, maybe,
Yeah.
but just not. It's right. Let's just go to the question. We can spend forever breaking that down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Who is responsible for filling out a U5? Or I'm sorry, who is responsible for filing a U5? I don't know what a U5 is. Continue the rest of the statement with the central registration depository following termination.
Means you got fired.
You got fired or you quit voluntarily. So if you left a firm, who do you think is responsible for filing that paperwork? I wouldn't put it on the registered rep because I just fired you. I don't think you're going to do what's right.
Can you imagine if you got fired and they're like, and don't forget to register your firing with the government?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Please make sure you turn this in within 30 days. Right.
Right. It's on the top of my list. Right next to my jury duty.
Right. Depository in the question, depository in B, but look at it. Registration depository trust company. It's two separate depositories. Maybe never mind. And then FINRA, don't we have to file it with FINRA?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where it goes to. So they can't do it. So guys, it's the member firm. See, now I approached that with logic.
Logic, right.
You got fired. Who do you think is going to be responsible?
It's not going to be the rep.
I don't trust you. That's why I fired you. That's bad. Huh?
Yeah. Even if you didn't know, now it's easier to get there. All
right. SI years. You might remember this from Wednesday's class. The MSRB, Municipal Securities Rule Making Board. The SEC, that's the head honcho. That's the person in charge.
That's off to you for saying head honcho.
Yeah.
In 2024.
Yeah. Is that bad?
I don't know. You don't hear it often.
No, you don't. I'm bringing back the old slang.
Honcho.
It's the boss level. Okay. FINRA, the enforcer, and the CBOE, which is options.
I'm with you. You should bring back honcho.
No, not if it's offensive.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Everything's offensive.
I don't even know what it is. All the following are self-regulatory organizations. Stop. We know that the SEC is the top dog.
The head honcho.
The head honcho. The top dog.
The hoss.
The boss. The chief, if we will. They're not an SRO because they are the boss.
That's right.
That's it. They're the boss. You guys see how this question, the Papa Bear, exactly. You see how this question really had nothing to do with anything other than to recognize that the MSRB, FINRA, and the CBOE what's it called?
They report to?
Thank you. They report. I forgot it at re.
They're underneath the SEC?
Yeah.
It's just pointing out the fact that you need to know the SEC is the
top dog.
Head honcho.
Head honcho. Top dog. An investment banker.
Did the head honcho get more nachos?
Investment banker. An owner. An issuer. A dealer. So I'm thinking like cars. Now bear with me when I say an issuer is like the source. It's like the ABC Corporation, right? It's their stock, like Apple,
right?
Meta. They're the issuers, right? So it's the corporation,
right?
An owner, shareholder, maybe
somebody who bought it.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Question mark. And the investment banks, these are fancy. These are like some that I've never been in an investment bank. It's like somebody that deals with it's kind of like a broker dealer, but they're not broker dealers, but they are doing something with investments, right? If you guys ever watched Despicable Me, the first one, where he goes in to get the loan so he can steal the moon.
Didn't even know that happened.
That's an investment bank.
I think I fell asleep.
No way.
So I
Steal the moon loan.
was working a lot during that time period. You kidding me? The dark lights go out. The kids are occupied.
You guys remember the squid gun?
No, I don't.
Blah, blah, blah. The founder of a large publicly traded company is looking to sell a very large number of shares of their personal holdings. I knew Eric would come in clutch.
Of course he's a trivia guy.
Guys, personal holdings. It's not an issuer.
No.
And it's not a dealer.
No.
Of the company stock. They enlisted the help of Great Plains Investments LLC, a member broker dealer based in Omaha, to run the sale. Great Plains is acting as, well, Great Plains isn't an owner either.
It's an investment banker.
The founder is the owner. And then I forgot to say that dealer, it has something to do with the inventory. Nothing up there about inventory. So it has to be the investment banker. It's the guy looking for the loan. That's it. The loan guy.
Might not know who vector and the magnitude and direction means, but you know what? You're going to find out how to get these things connected. Guys, it's just keeping it simple and following the key words and not really necessarily getting overloaded with all the content. Keep it super simple. Keep it just enough to where you can get the medicine down. You know what I mean? You got to put some sugar on it. Just like this, learning these techniques it will help you out and get through these exams, just like it did for Jason Guzman. That's how he got through the SIE, the 6 and the 63. And if you ask him, which you can on Instagram, you can hit him up. Guys, it's learning the techniques. It's learning the techniques. It comes in clutch because you might not remember all of this. You might not remember all of this. How can you remember all this when you got to remember Despicable Me references? You know what I mean?
It works.
For those who know what that is.
Screw Minions, the OG.
See, you remember cartoons. I remember like $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
You know.
I can relate almost everything to a cartoon.
Oscar.
Animated movie.
It's a solid reference.
See, don't know. But I know Oscar from The Office.
No. All right, everybody. Look, keep it positive. Keep those positive receipts. Keep studying. Be consistent. Make it happen. We'll see all of the members on tomorrow. We'll see them also on Sunday. And then we'll be the rest of you guys on Monday when we come back with the Studying Brew keywords on Monday for free. Same bad time, same bad channel. Until then, everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. EMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Practice these techniques related to something that you know. We will see you guys next time. Have a great